There it is. Oh no. Oh no.
You saw a slip.
Yeah, we slipped.
It's gonna end up on World Star.
Now it's gonna be we're gonna be on World Star now.
Face planted that shit. Anyways,
so I installed these shock mounts today, and when I installed them, I realized just now that I had triggered the off switch on them, because I was like, "What the hell is going on here?" Yeah. Shame on me. So we have our youngest here, Michael. He's on the show today. Came up from San Diego.
what appears to be the tallest too.
Yeah, here we go again with the who's the tallest argument.
No, don't worry. You got a full beard though. Got peach fuzz.
Hey, what's going on, Spine Ticks? Yeah, I know, Shauna. We failed on that one. All right, we got... Yeah, so we are on... Oh, hey. Welcome. Let's see. Louise. We've got Anthony. Lon. Yeah, so our microphone system essentially has a setup where it was auto-detecting for Amy, but since Amy's not here, we can actually not worry about so much swearing.
Yeah, as soon as I started speaking, a laser came down at my head asking for a code. But yeah, came unprepared, I guess.
All right. Well, we got 17 of you guys on. We are got some cool news about the Alaska Comic Cons. Who our artists are going to be. We'll be sharing that here in a sec. First off, as you know, see, Amy, you're going to get us kicked, man. So first things first, we are going to give a thanks to our sponsors, because without our sponsors, not only would we not have this show, I'm not sure that we'd have the shop open right now without our sponsors. So quick shout out to our sponsors, and then we'll get on with the rest of the show.
Our sponsors, The Awakening Espresso, located next to us here in downtown Wasilla. EGS Comics Grading Services, our preferred comic grading service here at the shop. Michael Ray Photography, our first choice for cosplay, boudoir, and family photo shoots. Frosted Axe Throwing, when you need to unleash your inner savage, with locations in Anchorage and Eagle River. Schedule your event today. And you can represent with our Aegis Comics swag. Visit our swag shop today and don't miss out on that gear. And you can support the channel with Patreon. And don't forget to subscribe to our Instagram, because we're hysterical.
Ladies, do you want to look awesome in a pair of Aegis leggings? Well, make sure when you order a size larger than you normal wear, so you don't look like a busted can of biscuits. You never know what someone will look like in one of these pairs of leggings.
So, here we are. Thank you guys for tuning in. We had a very successful week with Pop Shop, thank God. Got rid of some of those abandoned books. And we also got an opportunity to clean out a lot of the back issue bins, too. You got to see that. And Louise, if you're wondering about JC actually helps co-host the Pop Shop show. So, real quick, a quick update on our Patreon stuff. For those of you that haven't checked out our Patreon yet, our Patreon, we were going to do an event tomorrow. It was pretty much unanimous that doing a Patreon event at the shop on Mother's Day just wasn't going to work out. So we are once again rescheduling it, and it's just going to be next Sunday, and that'll be the end of it. Irregardless, we're just going to do it next Sunday. It's not Mother's Day. There's no conflicts of interest. We'll just do it next Sunday. We'll stream live from the shop. It'll be Sunday at noon. If you're a Patreon, you get to come in. If you're not Patreon, you don't get to come in. It's really simple. And it's a thank you to all our Patreon for supporting us and for, helping keep the lights on and keeping the books flowing to you guys. Also, right after the show, make sure that you check out Spine Ticks, because we're the guys that warm you guys up for that crazy show. Don't forget also to check out our partners, our partner channels that are listed in the comments below. So we had a podcast this week that we released, episode 26. You got the comment on that one.
We pushed out a lot of content for everybody.
What was your favorite title that you got to see out of all that information that got thrown down your throat?
Out of all the information, none of the comics they were talking about at the moment, I could really say I went straight to it. But I'm the type of person that, since I'm not really a avid reader, I'll go straight to like a cover that looks great. And I know people will say something about that, but I'll go to the more mature ones, maybe The Boys. That's what I was reading through today.
Nice.
And I haven't even seen the show, so I'm not going based off of, I've seen it on screen, so I want to see what the book's about. No, I saw the title, and, whatever.
You're watching the Dear Becky one, I think it was, right? The Dear Becky, which is the newer one.
Yeah. I like the grittiness, and I go for those titles mainly. Invincible, Watchmen, Kick-Ass. I go for that content. It's probably my favorite. But as of yesterday, I didn't get to check out any of the newer books, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think we moved a lot of books, back issue books yesterday, but the getting people on these new titles is critical. I think you actually got a sneak peek at Eden, I think it was, right? The one
Eve.
with Eve. Right.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Yeah, that's the girl with the android bear.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, just an unorthodox story, but that's what people are loving nowadays. You got a girl who's waking up. It's all still a mystery since it's one issue out, but this girl wakes up and then she's trying to figure out where she's at, and her teddy bear just happens to be a cyborg who talks to her.
It is teaching her the world.
Yeah.
That's awesome. The other book it's not out yet, but it looks like people have already been hitting us up to get on their pull boxes, is from DC, and it's this one here, the Crush and Lobo. And this is supposed to be the father-daughter series that's about to come out. I think this one's going to be killer as well, man. Now, this is coming out from DC. This comes out next month. So for those of you that have pull boxes with us and you want to get a hold of this book, you're going to need to order it now. Don't be that guy that orders the day of and then yells at us because we don't have enough copies.
Don't be messaging us at midnight talking about you still got it, right? It ain't like that. You got to be prepared, because that's how it is with these comic shops. We got you. You just got to be on top of it.
Pre-orders, man. Pre-orders. We agree with you that it's a ridiculous business model for this industry, where you have to order stuff up to 2 months prior to its release, but that's just how they design it. We were watching something yesterday, and it talked about the numbers in the comic industry right now, and it put things in perspective. So right now, when we jumped into the business, there was 3,300 shops nationwide. There's currently just a little over 2,000 shops. So I think there's like 2,200 shops right now nationwide.
Yeah.
So you're looking at, let's say, a major release right now is about 100,000 books, which back in the 90s, they would have canceled a title for 100,000. But right now, 100,000 is considered a big release.
Yeah.
So now you're splitting that among 2,000 shops, well, just even numbers. So that means that's like 50 copies per shop.
Yeah.
That's not a big profit margin for shops at all. So that's why they're putting out so many titles. You got Diamond and Lunar trying to put out as many titles or distribute as many titles as they can so that we can stay afloat at these mom and pop shops.
And they got to be fair with it. They can't give someone more than others. Like, the demand is high.
Yeah,
For
I think that's the problem. We have to figure out whether the demand is going to be high or not, because we don't know until people do pre-order. The pre-order will tell us if the demand is high or not. But if we don't get the pre-orders, we have no idea.
And that's why I realize it's like a gamble to figure out how much you have to order, because there might be some people, that one last person who tries to get the book, but you like nothing else, like it's all gone.
Well, the reason this is kind of a sore subject right now is because, we were getting our asses chewed in the shop this Wednesday because we didn't have enough books on the shelf. And the bottom line is it's a risk. So unless people pre-order the book, we're not going to know how many books to order.
Yeah.
And then to put things in bigger perspective, so for every 10 books, because of the way the discounts work, for every 10 books that we order, we have to sell 5 of them to break even and pay for the order. And then because of the fact that we offer discounts, we have to factor that in. So we're looking at probably 7 books to break even, and we have to sell all 10 books to make a profit. That's the whole game is set against the shop. So the fact that we stay open every day is usually a miracle, and the fact that people support us, because otherwise there's no reason for us to even and then the fact that we pay shipping twice. So if you're wondering why shops are closing, that's the biggest reason. 100% biggest reason. Abandoned pull boxes, people not paying for their orders, and the ridiculous way that the new book business is structured. What keeps shops going is back issue bins, if they manage them right. Back issue bins. The new books kind of bring new readers into the shop, but the back issue bins is what actually the shops make money off of. Yeah. So for those of you that have been watching, loyal, have been loyal to the channel, have been loyal to our social media, and have wanted to know, we had one customer come in. He's thinking about opening up a shop. So these are facts right here. You know, there was a quote the other day that was like, "How do you make? How does a comic book shop make $1 million? Invest $2 million." Because that's literally.
Exactly.
This has turned into strictly a labor of love. I don't know that we'll ever make money off of this shop, but we will definitely try to put as many smiles on people's faces until the day that we get shut down.
Yeah, and because of a lot of the people who come in on a regular basis, like who physically, come into the shop just on their days off or just on free time, and who share that common interest and like that love, it's really cool.
Yeah. I mean,
but sometimes I feel like it can get a little like psychological.
Yeah, the bottom line is
some things, but
until the market balances out, so that's a good point. So you want a ratio variant 20. That means I have to buy 25 of the books, right?
Yeah.
So I have to pay up front for 25 of those books. So when you buy that ratio variant, the price is going to be dictated by how many books I think I can sell.
Yeah.
If you want a 1 in 25 for a book that nobody else is going to buy except for you, you're going to be paying max money for that 1 in 25.
Yep.
If we can spread that among 25 customers that want that book, that's a whole different story. So that's why I would say, for instance, a 1 in 25 for Fortnite right now, because it's such a popular title, should be less than a 1 in 25 for a really obscure title like I don't know. Even right now, that book Eve. Right now, that book Eve. I mean, it's a great book, but I don't know that I'm selling 25, 50 of that title right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's how that works. We still can't go to LCS because of lockdown. Oh, that's a shame. Well, you need to check out Alaska's comic book shop then, because we have no such thing.
Yeah.
Let me see. So, real quick, we want to announce the winner of our giveaway. So the Aegis 600 giveaway. So let me bring that up here. Let's go screen share. All right. So it was the Aegis hashtag Aegis 600. And this is for our two exclusive variants, the Red Sonias. The lucky winner of this will be getting 2 of these shipped to them. So let's see.
All right.
Real Rude 6, congratulations. Congratulations.
All right.
Congrats. You just won, man. Congratulations, man. Amy, you are not down to go to the Bunny Ranch. Delete that comment. What the hell is wrong with you, woman? We are not going to the Bunny Ranch. Congrats, Real Route 6. Congrats. And Real Route, just email us or message us, DM us on our Instagram or on our YouTube channel. Excuse me, on our Instagram or on our Facebook, or you can just email us here. And let me post our email here real quick. And that is admin@aegisofalaska.com. So, Real Rude, just hit us up on admin@aegisofalaska.com. Hit us up there and make sure we get your real name and your mailing address, because the post office ain't trying to ship to screen names. So that's why we say just email us. All right, guys. So congratulations to my man, Real Rude 6. Thank you. So speaking of which, now we'll go back to the screen screen here in a sec. So for the WasillaCon, for the Wasilla Comic Con, tickets will be available for sale shortly. We're thinking this upcoming week, the website will be up. You'll be able to purchase your tickets to attend. It's going to be, once again, for June 26th and 27th, which is a Saturday and Sunday. And that is going to be at Wasilla at Everett's. So we've got that down. We've talked about that every show. June 26th and June 27th, Wasilla Comic Con. It's a mini con. And now we're going to talk about who's going to be there. Right now, as of right now, we have 2 artists that are already confirmed. We've already paid for their airline travel. They are coming up. And Aegis Comics of Alaska will be able to actually witness signatures for CBCS and EGS. We believe we'll also be able to have someone available to witness for CGC as well. Actually, I'm 99% sure we're going to have a CGC witness as well. But who the hell wants to do CGC anyway? But if you insist, we will have a CGC witness as well, and it's all part of our partnership at Aegis Comics of Alaska and with people that we've partnered with, in particular at Artist Alliance. So the guys that are going to be here, and this is our special announcement of the day. So first one up is going to be Ben Harvey. Ben Harvey, he is going to be one of the artists coming up. Ben has done Spider-Man, some Hellboy. His most recent was the Last Ronin covers, in particular this one here. So
Those are heavy.
yeah, so Ben Harvey is going to be up here. Here's some of his artwork popping up here.
Very nice.
Oh, that's dope.
Dang.
Yeah, so here's some samples of his art. And he is going to be available for signatures on any and all covers that you find that he has done art for, and he'll also be doing commissions, taking commissions that day. So Ben Harvey will be there. So we have Ben Harvey, and the other artist is going to be Sean Anderson. And let me find him here real quick. Where you at, yo? Right here, Sean Anderson. Sean Anderson will be here as well. And once again, he's got some badass covers. He does a lot of the gold inlays in his covers. So he'll have some of his stuff available, as well as he'll do some commissioned work for your blank covers. And he'll be doing signings on anything that you have. Anything you have of his, he'll be hooking it up.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
this dude's off the chain. We are looking forward to doing some covers with these guys in the near future, so keep your eyes open for some more retailer exclusives coming from the shop. But as you can see, this guy, he's next level. This is really a unique art form. His art style is something that you don't see other artists doing. This is definitely his. You can't mistake this for Peach Momoko or anything else. This is great stuff here, man.
Layers on layers.
Yeah, so we've confirmed our two artists that are coming up, Sean Anderson and Ben Harvey. So they will be up here for our Aegis Comic Con, for the Wasilla Comic Con, the mini con. Okay. And then we'll know if they're going to be available for Fairbanks or if Artist Alliance is sending up other artists. We're working through Artist Alliance to figure out which artists are coming up for each con. We have a booth at every single con, so make sure that you come check us out, man. What else do we have here? Oh, also at the con, we are, now not this one, I don't want to cause any confusion, for Arctic Comic Con, the one in Anchorage, that's going to be on Halloween weekend. Arctic Comic Con, the one that's going to be on Halloween weekend. I say that a couple times because I know somebody's going to be like, yo, we went to the WasillaCon. We didn't see them there, man. Y'all are fake, man. No.
Put in your notes.
Put in your notes. For the Arctic Comic Con in Anchorage, Halloween, we are sponsoring September morning. And this is what that band looks like. They're kind of like, they're just dope. They have their own comic book, and we have that comic book available here at the shop. So we have this book available here at the shop. The lead singer's off the chain. The whole band has that Marilyn Manson type vibe.
I saw that.
It's like if Marilyn Manson and Evanescence had children, it would be September morning.
Yeah.
So that's how we describe them. They are dope. I think you guys are gonna love them. And I think you guys are gonna love this, man. The Nickelback comic book, we saved that specifically for Sith. We don't show that to anybody else but Sith because we don't want to scare off and lose all our subs all of a sudden. We tend to do that on our own. We don't need to add fuel to the fire on that one. So. September morning, they will be here. We're sponsoring that band. They will be here for Arctic Comic Con, which is in Anchorage, and that'll be at the Denina Center for Halloween weekend, man. So that is that. Let me see here. I was gonna go over. Let's see. So we got our winner. I gotta make sure as I check my notes, make sure that I covered everything here, man. Pop Shop Live just now. What we are gonna do tomorrow for Mother's Day, low key, we are gonna do a Pop Shop Live tomorrow. And for those of you that haven't seen our Pop Shop Lives, they're pretty dope. It is one of the coolest ways to sell books is utilizing the Pop Shop Live. I have to say that it might be one of the best ways to sell books. Is Pop Shop Live. Let me see if I have a clip of that.
Going up. We got X-Men number 4, first appearance of Omega Red. I figured you guys were going to like me both the crap out of this one.
That's plenty of meat on the bone if you decide to flip it or just keep it. And dropped.
H bought Punisher number 9.
And Scott S. just bought Marvel Point One. Congratulations.
If Captain America had formed the Avengers.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a dope one. And then here comes, hey, what's going on, Lauren? Welcome. And we got, what's it doing that? All right, we got it. 2-5, the 2015 edition.
Dude, that thing is.
All 5 issues.
I love it. Like, I'm a huge Moon Knight fan. So
1 through 5. Thank you. Oh,
I like that cover.
yeah, this is that, what volume is this? This is, I forget. 3rd volume, maybe? So that's a sample of Pop Shop Live. Make sure, check in the description below. Download the app. It's available for Android, iOS. Set it up before you get on the show. I'm thinking we're going to probably do maybe around noon or so our time, which will be like 4 p.m. your guys' time on the East Coast, 1 p.m. California, I think that is. So we'll do a Pop Shop Live tomorrow, live from the shop. And it'll be a Mother's Day special
We'll make it real special for all the mothers.
for all the mothers out there. And but yeah, so we'll open up our back issue bins and get rid of any other stuff that you guys missed out during NCBD at your shop. We probably have a couple of issues still sitting around. 'Cause I know we still have a couple of copies of the Heroes Reborn #1. We have several copies of all kinds of stuff that we have Eve, we have Eden. By the way, are you guys as surprised as we are? Sparks, I think you failed us on your preview show. 'Cause I'm pretty sure you and or maybe even Spinetix talked about Eve, but no one told us that it was another damn magazine size book. It's the same size as the Ronin books and everything. It's an oversized book, so. Here we go again, having to get magazine bags and boards for some book that should not be that size. So, that book there, that's way too big for that book, man. But it seems like they're going with that trend. We don't know why. Somebody needs to talk to these people and let them know that we don't need those books this big. We also have some really, really cool news for next week. We just confirmed. Next Saturday, here, let me see if I can grab it here. Well, I'm prepping you guys for this awesome news here. Let me see. Bless you.
Nope, it was a cough. Anyways,
Damn it, that's again.
happened all weekend. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
So, coming on the show live next Saturday for a live Q&A is the co-owner of Lunar Distribution. God, that logo is just... Yeah, that logo just isn't working. But Lunar Distribution is going to be on the show next Saturday. So we will have them live. They may regret it. I hope not. But we hope that you guys are here next Saturday at 5:30 p.m. We will have live the co-owner, Christina of Lunar Distribution, for a live Q&A. And Amy will phone in from El Slopo, and we'll get it going. And we'll ask a bunch of questions and hopefully find out what the future of Lunar is. Because I'd like to see them pick up a lot more publishers. Right now, they do have, as you guys know, if you go to their website right now, if you go to their website, you do see FOC, a lot of DC books. Let me see if we're seeing...
Heavy with Batman.
Yeah, Batman. They're super. Oh, there's that Crush Lobo. So you guys, man,
wow.
you guys got to put in that order for that Crush Lobo, man, like ASAP, or you guys are gonna miss out on that book. Oh, I don't know about that cover there.
Nah.
Yeah, some people are gonna be feeling it though. But yeah, that Crush and Lobo, DC Pride. Yeah, once again, we're not gonna go crazy on the orders unless you tell us to. So if you guys pre-order, then we're gonna get the book. If you don't pre-order, we don't know how many books to get. So please do that. And this is the point I was gonna make, that you're starting to see now Scout is on Lunar as well. If you currently have a pull list with us from previews, you may want to consider switching the Scout orders to Lunar, because obviously Lunar is going to do a better job of shipping the books. And wow, that's actually a really cool cover. Yeah, I'm feeling that one. And yeah, so Scout, I'd like, how many of you guys would like to see, some of these other publishers jump over there? I'd like to see Absolute Comics jump over there. Oh, I introduced you to White Widow this week, didn't I?
Yeah.
What'd you think about that?
The first thing that usually, people who don't really read comic books, they'll try to look for parallels, but I couldn't find any. And nobody,
We're talking about this book here, White Widow.
nobody in their right mind can say that it is like Spider-Man or even close to it. This is a different and new story. I didn't get to read the first. This was issue 6, I believe.
Yep.
I didn't get to read the first five, and even the one that came after that, which was I Make Boys Cry, which is the group that she's in, or that she was going to be in. But this story is great. I'm still trying to figure it out a little bit. I got a little gist of it. Yeah, I think it's great. They bring in someone who she doesn't know what she's about, but she's able to use these abilities, and gets the reader to follow along with her, and trying to discover what her parents were doing to her to make her this powerful. But it's really cool. It's also kind of a coming of age story. She's still a teenager, but yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, it was cool to see you, because I'm looking at it through your eyes now too. Because you're the next generation of reader that's looking at this stuff, and I'm gauging a lot of it off of your reaction, because that tells me what's banging at the shop, what isn't, what should I be ordering, what shouldn't I be ordering. Because that's the one thing that we haven't. Once again, we're working on it. We're going to be doing a lot of videos in the future about, the inside scoop on how shops work. But one of the big things is trying to figure out how to do the orders. I mean, there's shops that have been open for 20 plus years and still haven't figured out that system yet.
Still technicalities.
What I mean by they haven't figured it out is no, it's not the technicality. It's they'll think that something's going to hit and then it just bombs.
Yeah, that's the gamble of it.
Yeah, it just bombs. And now they've got, they're stuck with 100 extra issues.
In the back and boxes.
Yeah. So, I'll be honest, it's because of you guys that we learn, about some of the titles that, the more obscure titles that we didn't know about, like that Man Goat, Bunny Man. We had no idea about that book until we were on Sparks' show. So I mean, there's things. As a matter of fact, if you see me on Sparks' show, a lot of times you're gonna see me wander off looking at the screen. It's because I'm actually making orders based off of what we're talking about, and I that's what I love about this this community here, that we learn from each other regarding what we should be ordering, what we shouldn't be ordering. This is a great time in the live chat to let us know if there's any books that you're looking for that you'd like us to start looking at, or me, I'm in love with that Super Sons storyline. I want to see more of that from DC, but I don't know that everybody else wants to see that title. I don't know if that's going to bomb or not. We ordered a couple of them. They sold okay.
Okay.
They didn't sell out. I think people are missing out. I think it's a great storyline. It's that relationship between the sons of the two most prevalent superheroes in DC. It's Jonathan Kent and Damian Wayans.
Superboy and Robin?
Yeah. So, and their relationship. So, I mean, that's dope. But yeah, that's the problem too. There's just so many good ones, right? How many of you guys are excited? Let me see some likes if you guys are excited about Lunar Distribution being on the show next Saturday. You know, we're really excited that they're going to be on with us, and we get to ask them about, you know, their success and what their plans are for the future. Because, you know, you hear a lot of rumors, and we'll be able to put a lot of those rumors to bed next Saturday. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, once again, we're super excited about that. So, Comic-Con, we hope you guys are as excited as we are about it. The convention schedule, nothing has changed regarding that schedule. Once we get to a point financially where we can start traveling, right now we're not able to yet. But once we can get to a place where we can start traveling, I think you guys will probably see us traveling to the lower 48 to Comic Cons in the lower 48. Right now we just can't. We can't afford it, but we anticipate maybe later this year, after we knock out our cons up here, you'll start seeing us traveling in the lower 48, showing up the shows and stuff, and moving some of our stuff down there as well.
It's just a steady climb.
And hopefully meeting some of you guys in person as well. Like I say, we're not in a place to do it yet, but thanks to your help and your support, we're getting there. We're almost there. Because for us, it's not just jumping in the car and driving down there. That's not how it works. Yeah. So we have to either go by aircraft and rent a vehicle while we're down there, or we have to take the ferry, or we have to drive through Canada. And as you guys know, driving through Canada as an American is not an easy thing right now.
Yeah.
It's not, ever since, you know, all the craziness of COVID and stuff, it's not something that we can do. So, or at least not easily anyway. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of restrictions. I think you have to be through Canada in like record time. They don't want you staying in hotels or anything. I think they just want you the hell out of there as fast as possible. So yeah, definitely traveling with root beer. But yeah, we are definitely going to be traveling, man. Hey, our goal is to make it down to as many Comic Cons as we can. I mean, like I said, right now it's a dream. Hopefully we can make it a reality soon enough. And that's where I love the fact that, you know, with our Patreon and stuff, for you guys that don't know about our Patreon, that's literally, we use that funding not just for, you know, supporting the shop, but also for supporting, you know, events like Patreon helped to get help fund some of the travel for these artists that are coming up, to make things like that available. Wow. And of course, to reward Patreon, we'll be giving Patreon some exclusive opportunities to get signatures on their books and stuff at a discounted rate. So that's the kind of stuff that we're trying to do to make it worthwhile for everybody. So as we get ready to wrap this up, because once again, we're here to just prepare things for Spine Ticks. It seems like half the time, but which we enjoy, by the way. We take great joy in it. Normally, I would have Amy call in, but we didn't set that up for today. We will definitely be doing that next Saturday. Amy's definitely going to be calling in for that interview next week. But you know, here, our youngest son here, he showed up and helped us set the shop up, the new shop up. What are your impressions of a comic book shop? And were you as surprised as Amy was when I shouted out that I wanted to open up a shop?
I've seen comic book shops since I was little, never new to them. Every time I walked in them, I usually saw, you know, a bunch of comics, like familiar names and everything, and it really didn't do much for me. I saw comic book movies growing up, didn't really do much for me. And then I get information years later when I'm in San Diego. My dad's up here in Alaska. We're across the country. And I hear that he opens up a comic book shop. But for some reason, the first thing that goes into my mind is, yeah. Because, you know,
Sure he is.
you just think about it, and you gave me a lot of that knowledge when I was growing up. You would just point at a superhero and be like, oh yeah, you know, he had a crazy, you know, stint in a issue back in the day. But me being a jerk, not really being like, all right, that's cool. But now it definitely, I would work here if I could too. It's really cool, and I'm starting to read a lot more. I mean, it's easier for me because the pictures, you know. No, but I think it's cool. It's a great community. Everybody who walks in, everybody who supports, you always say nice stuff. Because if you didn't, you know, it'd be a bit of a struggle for yourself. Because you got me here. No, but yeah, we thank everybody, and I say we. It's not like I'm super. Always, I'm not like here every single day, but I definitely support, you know, what my dad's doing, and I love being here. He said, hey, let's be on the show together. I said, let's do it. He said, be on the podcast. I said, let's do it. I don't know a thing about comic books, even from like the originals or really what's happening now, but I feel like, I hope I can speak for a lot of other people, maybe people my age. You know, I'm 22, and I'd rather see like the books before even going to like the theaters or, you know, streaming services. Like it's really interesting, and if you're working a lot, because I'm gonna be working a lot, overtime hours, but I feel like I'm starting to collect these books, and I can really just escape that right now, and everybody needs this, especially at this time. So I couldn't be more happier that I have a really strong connection to like a comic book store, so I can have things firsthand. And I hope everybody is, you know, as grateful to have a shop like this, so that they can keep on reading and, you know, keep things a little more relaxed and keep your imaginations flying, because we still need stuff like this. But yeah.
Oh. That's appreciated, because I think people, I think people, especially comic book shop owners, need to know that there's still people out there that want to come out and look at the book. Because I think the mistake that a lot of the older shops make is that they're still catering to that 1990s generation, and they forgot that there's a whole new generation that's coming in and looking for books. And what are we going to use to hook them to get you in?
I mean,
you know?
it is hard to keep up to like what everybody's really buying,
right?
Especially when you're in a tight position like this, where not a lot of people want to come out and like actually, you know, visit or any of that, which is mostly, that's one of the biggest part about, you know, a comic book shop in general, is like the actual communication. And I think the best we did was try to talk to you guys, even through social media and through our content. And it is hard, because a lot of different places, you know, they sell clothing for Deadpool and Spider-Man, and some places sell those Funko Pops.
Right.
But, you know, it's harder than it looks, but it's definitely worth it.
So, what was your impression of watching the day-to-day operations at the shop and the customers coming in? What was your impression seeing the different types of people that come in here?
My impression was every time someone walked in, they were looking forward to what they'll find. It's like a candy shop. So, you know, whoever comes in generally has an idea of, oh, I just heard of a title that I want to see. Or sometimes people just want to look for something new. And I never really got that whole aspect. There's multiple shops in California where I live. And anytime I walked into one of those shops, people weren't really looking for books. They'll look for the action figures or something like that. But seeing that firsthand, and like also having my head peeking inside of like the behind the scenes, it's a lot goes into this. A lot does. And you know, whatever we get out of it is mostly just out of support from everybody. And I think it's humbling, definitely, to still see like an industry like that being alive. But we just hope we still get everybody's attention.
Yeah, I think it was kind of cool to see the different age groups come in here.
Oh yeah. You'd have middle-aged parents, you know, or just kids coming in, because everybody lives through that era now. You know, like the comic books came out, you know, ever since Action Comics 1 and all the way up. So it's definitely, it's interesting to see all the different, you know, demographics, especially, you know, with age coming in, and it definitely makes me more comfortable.
I'm going to say the one thing I'm really looking forward to right now that we're going to have at the shop here soon, let me see if I can find it here, is TKO just announced a bunch of all ages titles. And I am about that life, because we have been trying to get people, you know, try to get publishers to put out more books that we can literally, when a new reader comes into the shop, we can be like, hey man, take a look at this. This is safe for your kid. You know, your kid will be good to go with this, all ages. So yeah. TKO just announced these. We're going to be ordering a bunch of these for the shop, man. I'm going all in on these, but let me see if I'll do a screen share on this. Hopefully this shows up. Yeah, so TKO right now, these are all the titles right here of the all ages books that are coming out. I don't know if this one, is that? I don't know if these are all ages. Maybe, I don't know. These three for sure are all ages right here. 100%. All three of these are all ages. So we're going to get these. We'll be ordering these hopefully here in the next week or so, and get them up here for pre-order. And then, of course, we have the other TKO titles. We've said it a million times on this show. We are big supporters of TKO. When COVID had us on the ropes, when it didn't look like there was going to be any hope, TKO was the first ones to reach out to us and offer assistance. So we're really loyal to TKO. We carry all their titles. We carry all their titles in the shop right now, and these all ages books are going to be big, man. They're going to be super big.
Just keep your eyes open.
Keep your eyes open for these coming to the shop here real soon.
They haven't disappointed yet?
No, hell no. These are books that I typically don't even need to do pre-order on. I just, from the customers, I just know they're gonna hit.
Yeah.
You know, they sell out. They do extremely well at the shop. So, if you're looking at opening up a comic book shop, there's certain products out there that are going to sell no matter what, and this is one of them. TKO is just low risk. You pick up those books, they're going to move, because they sell themselves. Because these guys that are writing these books, these creators, they don't have this big corporate meeting that they have to attend where they're being told what they're going to write and when they're going to write it, and they're not getting yanked off of one project and thrown onto another project like what's happening at the big publishers on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. These guys, it's all the creators have 100% say on what they're doing with their work, and they put it out there. These guys are all from major publishing backgrounds, though. I mean, at least you got Garth Ennis. The list goes on and on. Garth Ennis being one of the main ones, but you've got all these big players that are going to this company because they get to put their work out. And then, of course, it's that Netflix model for the most part. With their books, which is you can binge read an entire series in one book, so you're not waiting month to month to month. Well, God, this is a great story. I'm gonna have to wait until next month or 2 weeks from now to see what happens next.
Yeah, these stories pull you in. I mean, and also
so you get to wrap it up right here.
Basically, every cover in general is just pretty to have on display at your house. That's definitely what I would have it for. But I mean, great novels.
Yeah, these are great. So
fantastic.
All right, guys. As we bring this to a close, we want to let you guys know that we're appreciative of you guys. We appreciate everything, all the support that you guys have provided us. Once again, the Wasilla MiniCon, which is going to be the June 26th and 27th at Everett's on the lake there, on Wasilla Lake. And website should be available here real soon. And also, it'll be Ben Harvey and Sean Anderson will be the artists at our booth that'll be available for signatures and commissions. We will also have local artist Mike Provo will be available as well. He will be there. Mike Provo, who's an Army veteran and a fantastic artist. You guys have been seeing his artwork. He will be there at the booth. And then we have Alaska Comic Con in Fairbanks, which will be July 31st through August 1st. And you will see us there. And God willing, you'll see the similar artists from Artists Alliance there as well. And finally, we will wrap up our Comic-Con season here in Alaska at Arctic Comic-Con in Anchorage, and that'll be Halloween weekend. All of the websites, with the exception of the Wasilla MiniCon, are in the description below. The Wasilla MiniCon, at the moment that website goes live, we will share that with everyone. And then don't forget that tomorrow, I believe at noon, we're going to do our Pop Shop Live. So we might do a little later, maybe at 1 p.m.
It'll be a lot of fun. Whichever way,
so
we'll have a lot of energy to give you guys.
Yeah, so I think maybe 1 p.m. will be better. So we'll do 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Perfect.
1 p.m. For our Pop Shop Live, so you guys can come check us out. We will have a bunch of awesome deals as usual. The links to all of that is in the description below. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate all your support, and we will see you next time, guys. Take care.
Thank you.